What's up, everybody? It's Nintendo Daydreamer 64 here, bringing you another Pokemon video. In today's video, I'll be discussing 5 things that I would like to see in the upcoming Pokemon Sword and Shield game that are releasing later this year. The first thing I'd like to begin with is I would like them to bring back a rival. In the last few Pokemon games, it took a more friendly approach where our rivals were basically our best friends and things of that nature. And while I don't really disagree with it, I think it's a good approach. It took away the competitive nature to the game, in my opinion. I really love the rivals in Pokemon Red and Pokemon, Gold and Silver. Those rivals, I really, as a kid playing those games, and even now when you usually encounter them, you really want to be able to defeat them. They are a threat to you. And that's something that I just really, really enjoyed in the old games. And if they were to bring back a rival where they did give you that competition and they did sort of give you that feeling as if they are better than you and you want to train to defeat them, that would just make the game a greater experience. And I understand Game Freak's approach. The game is targeted for a younger audience, and so I can completely understand why they'll want to, take away that bad image and kind of learn how to collaborate and, morals based on, learning how to deal with tough people and really just trying to be friends with everyone, which I'm completely for. I understand it, but it would be cool if they can mix it a little bit. And so that's something that I am looking forward to. A second component that I would like to see in the upcoming Pokemon games is I would like them to add Mega Evolutions again. For me, Pokemon X and Y, I loved it because it just took something I loved, which was the original Pokemon 51, and I liked that some of them had new forms. It was something I never expected Pokemon to do. I never expected for Charizard to have a new evolution or new form, but the Mega Evolutions just pretty much added to old ideas that I loved. And seeing Mega Evolutions on, Venusaur, Charizard, Bulbasaur, just to name a few, it really was just awesome for me. It took a nostalgic Pokemon and just upgraded it. And for me, when I played Pokemon X and Y, I literally was in college and I haven't played a Pokemon game in years. And so it's cool to have that nostalgic vibes with the original starters, but also adding some new touch to it. And so that's something I'm looking forward to seeing in the new Pokemon games. I do know, and I've seen pictures, there's rumors going around where a Charizard is kind of wearing protective gear on him. And I'm believing that there might be like an offensive form or a defensive form, but that's speculated, that's speculation and rumors. And I really haven't heard anything much more other than seeing a picture of it. But either ways, that also sounds like a cool idea too. I would be looking forward to that as well. But as long as we don't have any Z moves, because I just really dislike Pokemon Sun and Moon. I know some people liked it, but I just was really disappointed in the game. And the Z moves I just thought were a little corny, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. But if they can bring Mega Evolutions back, that would really enhance the game experience for me as well. The third thing I'm looking forward to is I'm really excited for the badge system. It appears that we will have 8 badges again. And what's really awesome is that each gym looks like an actual arena. It looks like an actual full-blown stadium, arena, whatever you want to call it. And we've seen pictures of I believe it's the Leaf Grass gym, and it looks like a soccer field. And so it looks really cool, though, because it looks like there's like one big, Pokemon battle in the center. And, everyone's kind of watching. And it kind of puts a more, cinematic feel to the experience of gaining your badge. And so that's something I'm really, looking forward to seeing. And, I was really disappointed when Pokemon Sun and Moon took out the badge system. I can understand that they want to change things up and, try something different. And I'm all for that. Like, I completely understand their approach to, giving us a different feel of a Pokemon game. But the badges are just awesome. Like, having to face gym leaders and getting those 8 badges, it's completely awesome. I wouldn't really mess with that formula. If anything, it would be great if they can add to that formula and maybe, include more badges. But that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. The fourth thing on my list is just the gameplay after you defeat the Pokemon League. Typically, I after defeating the Pokemon League, I pretty much get bored after, and I've never actually played the game. After I defeated the Pokemon League, I kind of just move on to the next game, and I don't really care for the game after that. And so something I'm looking forward to is, Game Freak adding like downloadable content. After the game is released, it would just be great if they can continually add to the region. It would be great if they have a lot of online activities for us to do. And I'm really expecting for this game, since it's coming to a Nintendo Switch, I'm really expecting that they will have a lot of cool things to do after the game, as well as have a really good online community. I've noticed that, one thing I've noticed is doing really well is Super Smash Ultimate. Online play is huge. And I figure that Game Freak's going to really make sure that battling is great among, people who have Nintendo Switch and Pokemon Sword and Shield and who want to actually battle each other if they're near each other or, online. And so that's something I'm looking forward to. But yeah, if they can just add a lot more downloadable content, that would be great. I mean, they're adding it, they're putting the game now on the Switch. They should push its limits. They should, definitely allow us to, get a lot more features now with the game. And so I'm really having high expectations, solely based on the features that they will have after gameplay. But that's definitely something I would like to see after we defeat the Pokemon League. I mean, one of my cool ideas would be is if we actually were to own our own gym after we defeat the Pokemon League. And, we can tie that into online play, and that's how we keep records as our own personal gym leader and things of that nature. And so that would just be really cool. And lastly, since I've mentioned this, Pokemon Sun and Moon obviously was a disappointment to me. I'm pretty sure you're tired of me repeating that. But the real reason why it was really disappointing for me was because the game was just incredibly easy. I understand that, the game is, it's centered for young adults, young kids, and I get all that. And, that's why I love Pokemon. When I was a young kid playing Pokemon Red and Blue, it was, the anime was super for kids, but the game was also really intense. And so, unfortunately, I disliked Pokemon Sun and Moon because I just knew where I always had to go. I pretty much just defeated everyone that came in my way. And I really didn't need to strategize. I just, it was just really super straightforward. The story was really good, but I was just really disappointed, based on the difficulty of the game. And so what I'm looking forward to is really having Pokemon Sword and Shield just really toughen up the system of Pokemon. I really would like a game where, and I understand that with all the games that are out, that Pokemon's not going to want us to, Game Freak doesn't want us to grind for hours just to defeat one gym, especially with the young generation. I know that, Pokemon game, the Game Freak company really is probably going to want a fast-paced game. But, if they can really make it so that, there are challenges, I'm really looking forward to challenges where I go into a gym, I'm like, oh, this is pretty tough. I need to strategize. I need to train up a little bit. I need to actually prepare myself for these battles. I mean, it would add to the experience of being a Pokemon champion. It would add to the experience of the game. I think a competitive game would actually I think if the Pokemon game is competitive, this game would be a success. And if it's super easy, I think that the game can still be a success. But I just think if Game Freak wants this game to be a fan favorite, then I would just recommend them, to really turn up the notch and make it a little bit more competitive. Obviously I don't want to be grinding forever, but if I can have something where, like I said in the beginning of the video, like we have a competitive rival and the gym leaders are really competitive and I have to grind and strategize, at a medium level, that's all I can really ask for. And that's really all I can, hope for, because I know Pokemon's not going to make an intensely difficult game, where people are going to be stuck forever. And so, those are the things I'm pretty much looking forward to. And so I am personally excited for the game. I am looking forward to it. I really have high expectations for the game, even though it wasn't The game wasn't the open world game that I was looking for. I was looking for a more Zelda Breath of the Wild type open world. I really did think Game Freak would try to emulate or replicate what Breath of the Wild was able to do. But it still looks like a great game. They went back to the original formula and the mechanics. And the trailer didn't offer a lot, but basically the trailer gave me enough to understand that this is a Pokemon game that's very similar to like X and Y as far as the badges. We're just getting an upgrade with visuals. And hopefully there's just a lot more hours of gameplay that they can add onto it. And so that's all we can really ask for. And that's what I can personally ask for. But so overall I am excited for the game. And I'm just excited to definitely have it. It should be out Christmas or near Thanksgiving time. And so that's something that, I would definitely be live streaming as well. And so I'm really excited for that. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more videos that are coming soon.